Okay, just let's close the subject about the tuning. And if this is down B tuned or a G instrument, it's just a whole lot better. There's going to be a lot of more commonalities in notes and keys than it being down C tuned. Okay? Now, my other guitars, I need them in C. I like to play a C and be able to play it on the piano. That's fine. But for the purposes of what am I going to do with these strings? There's always the best choice for where you're going to tune them. You might want to tune them right up there with your friends, but guess what? A good guitar player has no problem playing different positions of the chords. So if you're tuned to it differently and you see your friend making an A shape, you might want to make that A shape, but if you're tuned differently, you should know as a guitarist that if they say that's an A, and you're tuned down one whole step, then you want to play a B, right? So you would play your B, that kind of thing. And that would be the same shape, but it might be a different shape if you wanted to play a different shape, you know, because let's face it, when you have the A shape here, okay, the C shape would be down below it. So you could play a nice C shape to that, and that will go along really good with it. It'll give you a good sound. So you want in guitar, we always want variations of sounds. That's why even though there's repeat notes on guitar, we still like to play them in different places. That's the same note as this one, exact same frequency. Oh, and I have to be up a fifth. Okay. See, I'm learning too. I mean, that's why I didn't want to really talk about the tuning, except for what it is, you know. All right. I usually match the piano tuning to the guitar tuning. All right, so let me see. All right, took a pause there, and I matched the guitar tuning to the piano tuning like I did before with the A flat tuning. So if I play an E shape here on the bar, we all know that's supposed to be an E, right? I've down tuned my Yamaha to play an E to play that B when I hit an E here. Okay, so I can stay, I'm doing the E shape on the piano, but it's coming out of B, and here I play an E shape on the guitar, it's coming out of B. So there's some agreement. Believe me, it's good musicianship. It's not like you have to transpose everything. But what we want to do is learn how to play the guitar. Okay? Not how to jam with a band where someone else is playing the guitar. And you're trying to play along to that. Oh, tell me what key it is. All right, I'll just do scales and you play the rhythm. That kind of thing. That's just a different approach, and I've done that. Believe me, I've done that, and I've had a good time doing it. I mean, when I first played guitar with the band, I had a bass player, and we had a drummer, and all that. So, looking at this chart, we talked about it last time. Okay, the notes here are pretty much self-explanatory. They're lined up. These three keyboards are lined up for the most part. This one's not warped yet, so this is perfect pattern. Perfect fourths. This 2 under a 5 is a perfect fourth. A 3 under a 6 is a perfect fourth. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 under a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you got to know how music goes. There's a half step between the 3 and the 4, and a half step between the 7 and the R, right? The rest of them are whole steps. Just like on a piano. So, we want to go forward with this. I put the letters on there because the letters don't change. You know, I mean, you can't change the tuning of this. I can't just decide, oh, I want this to be a G, because if you start a scale from the G, all right, you know, you're starting it with, here you have 3 accidentals there, and here you have only 2. So the fourth of G is C, A, B, C. Okay, it looks the same as a C, but there could be differences. Because you know the leading tone to G is an F sharp, whereas the leading tone to C is a B. So right there, it's just not going to work that way. So we might as well accept the fact that I'm going to call a yellow note a C, a light purple note a D, a green or light green an E, white for F, G is red, and light blue a regular blue for B. And that's what that is. Rather than putting a number on it. Now, I happen to have assigned a number here in the keyboard right below it. Notice they line right up. So the fourth of C would be what? F. Right there, there's an F, it's a white note, right? And then a fourth from F is B flat. A fourth from B flat is E flat. These are no plays in the key of C. All right, and then the pattern would say, the pattern says, go over with these guys. Now let's see where that pattern comes into play right here. Which pattern is that? Indeed, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, R2, the S3L pattern. And right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7 is a can't play because it's lower than. There's the 7, the blue 7, B. All right, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, R2. That's an S3L. Where did the S3Ls come from? Where did the S2Ls come from? The S2Ls, I should have put the next one out of it. They came from the pentatonic scales. So when I do a C pentatonic scale here, now it's going to come out G, but when I do a C pentatonic scale, I have an S2L, and then I have an S3S. And then the bottom part of an S2L, because the top part goes off the keyboard, no string, no sound. So that's what's going on with where did these come from. They were these boxes. They were simply these boxes, these two guys. And I learned all the pentatonic scales, and that's, you know, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Boy, well, I know how to do an E, and well, yeah, I know how to do a C. I know how to do an A up here, I guess. You know, and oh wait, man, I guess I know how to do a G, but you know, I didn't really internalize it at first. And then G goes to E shaped, C, but it would be a G. Okay, it's down a fourth from C. It should be G. Oh, I changed the tuning on my piano. I made the tuning match. Remember that when we paused? So just ignore me if I start, you know, talking about the tuning again. We want to learn guitar here. That's the D shape of the cage. So it's C, A, G, E, and D shape. All right. Now, why are these fretboards, why are these fret nuts here, and what are they? Indeed, what are they? That is a very good question. We have to move along here because we're almost done with the second segment. This is the fret nut, right? This is the hard fret nut from the end of the line. the big one.